For today's round, 10 seconds is the signal. Up the revs, up goes the flag as well, and it's about to drop on the first 5-lap heat. The Better Brakes AMSCAR Series, and away they go. Masterton off the pole, and oh, Garry Scott's just simply left him. Scott, Nissan Bluebird up the hill the first time, was just cleared away. Unbelievable.
Scott's going through to take over the lead as they come down into Dunlop, moving up smartly on the inside that time with Steve Masterton. Look at the move made there by Jim Richards on the outside of Terry Finnigan. The Green Falcon, of course, of Dick Johnson, and right back behind him is Garry Wilmington. They work the back part of the course, and here is Steve Masterton just thinking about maybe a little inside pass there. They come through Mazda corner, and they'll now swing down to the left-hander that is Honda corner. Garry Scott of Queensland in front, looking good. In second spot, Steve Masterton in the Ford. Terry Finnigan up close to them. Jim Richards is there. Dick Johnson on the inside of the BMW. Here's the move. Oh, he spun him. Gone in around sideways. Scott goes in against the boards. Car goes out of the ballpark, although it was not, I would think, severely damaged, although that's opened the field up a little bit. Back across the strike. 1 down, 4 to go. And your race leader is Steve Masterton. Finnigan in second spot. Jim Richards, Dick Johnson. That's the order. And Garry Wilmington back in fifth spot.
Oh, and Garry Scott. He's back on the track, in fact, and circulating. So the car, I don't know whether he's going to continue in the race. No, I don't think he is. But by gee, he's going to be hopping mad, because I think he's going to believe that Masterton was pushing him just a little too hard into the corner.
We'll leave that for the officials to sort out later. But there's a track that one little slip, and that's it.
You're gone.
Okay, Masterton now assumes the role of pacemaker.
That's him up ahead.
Finnigan in second. Jim Richards in the BMW, and Dick Johnson with our race cam aboard, coming down to the lake corner in fourth place.
Steve Masterton clearing out now of the lead. He's well clear of Terry Finnigan in the Commodore.
He was desperate to get by Garry Scott, wasn't he? Climbing all over him, and as we saw, Scott off the track and out of the race. And that's enabled Masterton, as you say, Steve, to really put the mood in. And away he goes from Finnigan, Richards, Dick Johnson, Garry Wilmington. There are no second chances, not around here in 5 laps in these big cars.
Masterton well and truly in front, starting to stretch that lead over Terry Finnigan. There you can see the gap as Masterton goes through Honda corner and works down to the lake area again. 52.4 the qualifying time for Masterton. He won't run those times in the race, I wouldn't think, because he's not been pushed terribly hard for the lead. It's only a little bit back in the field where the racing's a little bit tighter at the moment. Richards and Johnson in particular. They come up the hill. Jim Richards in the black BMW, very distinctive. And over the top with Dick Johnson right on his hammer. Dick Johnson looking for an outside line there, won't get it. Tucks back in as they go back through Dunlop Loop, and you can see from our race cam inside the Dick Johnson Falcon coming around the back of the course, and now down through Mazda on the way to Honda corner, the left-hander. A sideways slip there out wide. Johnson tries to tuck back in again, but Richards has him covered. Cool customer Jim Richards. Johnson keeping the pressure on Jim Richards. Masterton has flown the coop. They say Finnigan a similar gap back in second, and here's where the real action is in this sprint event. They'll be taking the last lap board, coming in to acknowledge at that as they head up Bishop for the final time.
Well, they're not going to catch Steve Masterton, not in 1 lap or not in 5 laps, I wouldn't think. This big V8 machine of his is really going. Pat Purcell now, chief mechanic for the team, has really got the car running well, better than it's ever gone, I think. And it's amazing the difference between his car and Dick Johnson's car. Johnson's just still having a little handling problem with his car, and it's costing him a good second a lap, I would think, even around here at Amaroo Park.
Well, he's got a lot of development work to do with the car. I think today, again, is a race development day for Dick Johnson. Still on the tail of the John Player car coming down to the Lake Bend for the final time. Last corner, Wonderlick turn, and the first 5-lap sprint of the Better Brakes Series goes to Sydney. Steve Masterton goes across the line. Another privateer, and Terry Finnigan takes second.